Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming tenants in 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Chicago Bears. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys on the verge of 10 straight wins to start the year. Doesn't get much more impressive than that. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys stuck in a bit of a losing streak right now, hoping the home fans can help them get out of this slump. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. But a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt, now in year number 6.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass. And you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
The numbers a week ago for Henderson. 18 carries, 108 yards. And all right away, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Looking to throw McCarthy. This is caught by Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Chicago offense set to get started. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start first and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. They'll check this down to Henderson out of the backfield. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup.
Now an option play on second down. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard.
Here's Williams.
Brings up third and
working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Bears first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone can go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. First and 10. On play action, McCarthy. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
McCarthy off the play fake. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. There go play action. Here's McCarthy. Wide open receiver complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are able to widen their advantage. To try here for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start on the ground with Henderson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 27-yard line.
Looking to throw is Williams. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kinetik. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 9.
Now here's Bradley Pinion now. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting ready to go back to work. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They are, for the moment, the best team in football, 9-0 entering play here. And, Charles, I don't know if we'd call them a surprise 9-0, but the way that they have been winning definitely opened up a lot of eyes around the NFL.
Well, what we've seen from them so far this season, you can't stop them on offense. You can't score on them on defense. So, to me, if you're going to play against them, you have to bring your best game and hope they throw a clunker in that day to give yourself a chance.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. Jamison Williams, 77 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Throw right side, taken in by Adunze. That's good for a gain of 6. And it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard
to the air. Williams. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kinetik. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
And the Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 50.
They'll go play action here with Williams. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
47-yard line.
To throw, Williams. And he spots Henderson open left side. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
Moore, the man in motion. Throwing is Williams. They set up the screen for Henderson. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And that will force a turnover on downs. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Jamison Williams with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Vikings are able to add on to that lead. So what a start. It's not often you even get 3 possessions in a first quarter, but he now has 3 touchdown passes. Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead is now 24. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Bears now ready to take over again. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes
Williams loses the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the first half.
And that has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how infrequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you aren't inclined to pick this as the game signature play so far, you do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic. And as noted, we still have a half a ball to play.
Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Onto the field now come the Bears. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early, but that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. Off the play fake, it's Williams. Under pressure, they got him again. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 11.
We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Well, almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The visitors' offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Amarian Hampton. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
First down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Must have been first right there.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's a 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing is McCarthy. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line.
gain of 27 on the play. First down, Minnesota.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
To the air with McCarthy. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. And the Vikings first down.
Here's McCarthy. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now McCarthy. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Jamison Williams on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings continue to pull away here in this first half. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. One after here coming up.
For the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Now Williams throwing to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good.
More the man in motion.
First down.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Now comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And it is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
It's a gain of 31 yards.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Williams loses the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, Lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Back to throw. Williams. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
He'll get this into the hands of the Dunze. He takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
And the Bears first down.
Looking to throw. Williams. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. From the 23, here's 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
More the motion man.
23-yard line.
Throwing again here, Williams. Now he's going to step up and run. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs.
A 7-yard gain. That's another Bears first down.
On 1st down, it's Henderson. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
2nd and 6. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time, multiple guys get to it. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they're going to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Got the completion, but it certainly wasn't on his time frame. Hurried on that play.
Absolutely. The pressure affected him. Unable to get it further downfield. And his kick here is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
The Vikings offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one. And I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And out across midfield down to the 45. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
23 yards. First down, Vikings.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. Here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Bears' 38-yard line.
McCarthy going to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. So illegal touching, Charles, on the outside.
And a lot of people wonder if the quarterback should see that. No, it's not his job to understand if the receiver's inbounds or out of bounds. You expect him to be there. But if he takes a step out, he essentially becomes ineligible. And that's not a tough one for an official to see, especially one standing on the sideline.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Looking to throw McCarthy. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Back to throw again. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Hampton is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the Bears' 3-yard line.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field.
A 20-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So more of the same here, CD. Not a touchdown, but 3 more points added on to their lead.
Yeah, it's been a total domination here in this first half. Offensively, defensively, even the special teams have chipped in as he connects on the field goal. It may be a little bit premature, but I think the only thing they're worried about dominating now, the post-game meal.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. We're officially on to the second half of the season, Week 10. The playoff race starting to faintly take shape. Let's get into it. Our tour around the NFL starts now at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. The Colts at home to take on the Titans in the AFC South. And this is Jonathan Taylor. He's got it. He's got room. He's got a touchdown. That's a 29-yard score. The Colts remain undefeated. They are now 9-0 with yet another victory. Next up, we go to the Steel City. We'll check in on the Steelers. They're playing host to the Buffalo Bills. And it's the tight end, Ben Sinnott. It's fired deep downfield. He's right there to secure it. 80 yards on the catch and run for the touchdown. The Steelers go on to take it. They win by 13. Lastly, let's go to MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants taking on the New Orleans Saints. And this is C.J. Stroud. A 17-yard touchdown pass. The Giants get the 7-point win, 21-14 your final. And here's a look at the rest of the action that's going on, the risers and the fallers around the NFL here in Week 10. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters, as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we transition into the second half of the season, he continues to put up big numbers on a consistent basis. Currently the NFL's leader in passing as we play here in the month of November. McKinnon here, it's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 53 yards.
At the 19-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Give here to Hampton. There's a nice move. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 2nd and 2. First down marker at the 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
A run straight ahead with Genty. And the Vikings are going to be set up for the first and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets him down to the 6-yard line.
And the Vikings.
Back to throw. McCarthy. Touchdown, Vikings. Jamison Williams from 6 yards away. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
There's 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Looking to put a drive together. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Up the middle, it's Henderson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's Williams. In trouble, and he's taken down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. For the Vikings offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And he was pretty much unguardable in that first half. You see the numbers there as they try to add to him here in this third quarter. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So illegal touching, not one you see often. It's going to wipe away a first down.
Very simply, if you're a receiver, you can't set foot out of bounds and then be the first to catch the football. Side judge, right there on the play, made the call.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bears take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Play action. Now Williams. Dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 2nd and 10. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 41-yard line. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. On play action, here's Williams. Open man down the field. That's Burden. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
15 more yards. That's another Bears first down.
Looking to throw is Williams. He's got this complete to Burden. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 19-yard line.
Williams going to look to throw again. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Vikings are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
But I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Here's a tap forward by McCarthy on a touch pass. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 2nd down and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Up the middle, it's Genty. Just by him at the 25. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down.
Once again, it's Genty. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Brought down at the 28-yard line.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. It's complete to Williams. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 9.
McCarthy going to sneak it. And he will have the Vikings 1st down, at least at first glance, as they spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
The Vikings 1st down. A gain of a yard.
On the give, Genty. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
At the 46-yard line.
On the give, Genty. Able to avoid him. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A give out of the gun to Genty. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
14 more yards. That's another Vikings first down. A gain of 14. First down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Tyler Gordon on the coverage.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Williams. And he will fire the open man. It's DJ Moore.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for a Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the
to the air, Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
To throw, Williams. A quick throw there is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on for the 5th time here today. .43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and that will come the offense as they take over. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, The performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
They'll try to run forward, Jensen. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 79 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Vikings.
They'll go again with Jensen. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. They'll get this out to Genty. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taking it about the 16. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bears offense and Caleb Williams set to go to work once more. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Bears first down.
To throw, it's Williams. Over the middle, he's going to find Burden. 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw. Williams. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense is going to win this game, and he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
Now this incomplete, and I don't see any flags coming out. He was clearly in the pocket, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, and that brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. This offense and their running back headed back onto the field. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. They'll start on the ground with Genty. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. On the draw, here's Genty. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. To the air with McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A run out of the gun with Genty. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world up to the challenge.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a handoff to Genty. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. On the give, this is Hampton. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Vikings first down. A gain of 12.
On 1st down, it's Genty down at the 25. 2nd down and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Up the middle, it's Hampton. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Minnesota, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.